Endeavor. I like to say that Endeavor for me, how do you call that organization? AA, the Alcoholicals, this group, the support group for addiction.
Oh, okay.
How do you call AA?
Okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So it's where I can talk about my struggles. It's a kind of a peer circle, so you can share experience. Because once again, my wife will be there for me, but I can't discuss with her any cash flow issue. So it's not her, she's an anesthesiologist. She will be there, she will pass me a glass of wine and say, hey baby, I trust you, I will be with you no matter what. This is the kind of support she can give me. But there are other technical support that only in places like Endeavor. Tried several different entrepreneur groups prior to Endeavor, but Endeavor was the one who brought together all the great entrepreneurs and similar entrepreneurs. So it's different when you inherited a company and you are the third generation. It's not better or worse, but totally different challenges that you face. At Endeavor, we are more people, founders that start the company from scratch. We probably face similar issues, similar challenges, so we can share experience, we can be vulnerable. I just came from Scotts Valley, 1 hour from Silicon Valley. I was there for the Endeavor Entrepreneur Outliers. It's like Disney for entrepreneur. I was happy as a kid at Disney, so and I hope I can qualify, because this event, you need to be a 5% top Endeavor entrepreneur around the world to be qualified. So it definitely raised my bar.
You know, when I interviewed Camila Junqueira for the podcast a while ago, one of the things she told me about the acceptance rate towards Endeavor, and it was mind-blowing because acceptance rate is lower than that of Stanford.
It was easier to become a medical doctor, definitely.
But the other thing, she told me that one of the key measure of evaluation process is the desire of the entrepreneur to give back.
Definitely.
To be engaged with the community and mentor the community. And I think maybe that's what makes it so special, because the motivation behind starting businesses across different industries is very similar. Like, you want to expand the size of the pie versus get your bigger size of an existing pie.
I couldn't agree more. Being able to access people. Let me give you an example. You are from the VC industry. You probably heard about Martin Escobari, the head of General Atlantic. Imagine if an entrepreneur just tried to cold call him. Probably will not be able to talk to him.
Although, you know what? I emailed David Velez back in Stanford, and he responded.
It's amazing.
Right away.
I don't know how, maybe he's an X-Man. I don't know how he can deal with his scheduling. I don't do it every week, but every time I send them a message, in like 1 hour, okay, I can meet you, I can talk with you tomorrow. And so I don't know how they prioritize, but it's amazing how busy they are and how can be able to fast answer. But going back to Endeavor. Escobari. So I was in my process to become an Endeavor entrepreneur. And there I was with Martin Escobari for 1 hour, and he was preparing me for the selection panel. Because as you know, we have this national panel, and if you are accepted, you have the international panel. So it's a 2-steps process. So he was there with me for 1 hour. Of course, he hit hard because he can recognize really fast all the issues of your business. And you know what, Vander? This will happen, this will happen. I said, no, Martin, come on. And 6 months later, it's amazing his ability and all those seasoned entrepreneurs, previous entrepreneurs and now VCs, how they can recognize patterns. This is the kind of network that Endeavor can provide you. So on a monthly basis, at least I talk with 3 or 4 early stage entrepreneurs, especially in the health space where I can be more useful. On the other hand, I have at least 1 or 2 mentorship with people like Martin Escobari. For example, I was just talking with the CFO of Mercado Libre, one of the biggest companies in Latin America, probably the biggest company in Latin America. And he was there with me for 1 hour, just trying to help me with some material that I was preparing. So this is Endeavor, and definitely the right place if your calling is entrepreneurship